Ito po si Jun Lalin. Siyempre, nandito po ako sa Beverly Hills, California, pero kasama ko po kayo sa Pilipinas and around the world. Ito po ang Anything Goes.
Travel, food, at chikahan, all in one. Sa Anything Goes with Jun Lalin.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Yaan sa ating mga katropa, dial #123 hashtag to get Double Giga Video. Available din yan sa Giga Live app. Yan po, time check ngayon. Ang oras po natin ay 2:01 p.m. po ng Monday, syempre dyan sa Pilipinas. Ako po kasi nandito ngayon sa Beverly Hills, California. Ang oras po dito ay 11:01 p.m. ng Sunday. Yan, time check is brought to you by TNT. Nasasaya yan. Okay, ang saya-saya ko kahit mag-isa ako. Pero syempre, sasaya po tayo ngayong araw na to dahil may makakatsikahan po tayong isang Pinay chef sa Yamashiro Sushi Restaurant. Yamashiro Hollywood, sa Hollywood Hills po yan. Diba? Siya po ang first Pilipina na, kumbaga, pati first na babaeng chef, executive chef po sa lugar na yan na, syempre, more than 100 years na yata yung Japanese restaurant, no? Kumbaga, nasa landmark din po yan ng Hollywood. Syempre, I'm talking about Chef Vallerie Castillo. Syempre, yan, Chef Vallerie Castillo Archer, yan. Ito po, panoorin natin at kilalanin si Chef Vallerie. Hello, yan. Katulad ng sabi ko kanina sa intro ko nga, nandito po tayo sa Yamashiro. Good afternoon po muna sa Pilipinas at good evening po dito sa Los Angeles, California. Kasama po natin dito ang kanilang executive chef na proudly Pilipina. Born in Ilocos Norte. Ito po makakasama natin, siyempre walang iba, si Chef Vallerie Castillo. Tama, no? Yan. Archer. Yan. Hi, Chef.
Hi, welcome. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Yamashiro.
Yan. At eto na ang pakikipagtsikahan natin. Kikilalanin po natin si Chef Vallerie. Paano nga ba siya naging executive chef dito sa very famous Yamashiro Sushi Restaurant dito po sa Hollywood Hills. Yan, Chef. Siyempre, we would like to welcome you to Abante News Online. Yan. Kami, Chef, noon pa, very curious na sa'yo kasi lagi ka namin naririnig. Etong Yamashiro, nakapunta na ako dito, hindi lang 5 years ago, may nagsama na sa akin dito. Pero feeling ko, parang mas lalo siyang pinag-uusapan, mas lalong lumaki, mas maraming tao. Dati kasi when I went here, years ago, hindi ganito karami. Ngayon, parang ang hirap-hirap, laging puno kahit regular day.
Right.
Like, yun nga, kahit Monday, Tuesday, may maraming tao. Oo, di ba?
Yes. I think it's because the way I approach the restaurant, parang it's my home. So, di ba, when we have parties at home, you have this big family and everyone comes in and gathers. So, I look at it as my home where I invite all these guests to come and enjoy and have a good time.
Yeah.
So, and I love what I do. So I have fun doing it. It's not just a job, you know? So I get up, I'm always happy to come in to work and cook every day.
Yeah. And Chef, no, nakakatuwa kasi they always say, oh, she's Filipina. Di ba? Yung iba kasi, lagi na lang sinasabi, Pil-am, mga ganon.
Yes.
Pero ikaw, they always address you as Filipina. Di ba?
Yes.
Nakakatuwa, di ba?
Yes.
And pinanganak po kayo sa Ilocos Norte,
Yes,
tama?
I was born in my grandfather's bakery sa Nicolas Ilocos Norte.
Mm.
Yeah, so his own bakery. So when the bakery was opening during the afternoon, I was born there. So when they say Filipino, I'm not. I grew up in America, but my heart is still Filipino. I'm an Ilocana, and I'm so proud that everything that I do, resembles that and pays tribute to my heritage.
So when did you left Manila, Ilocos Norte?
I left when I was 6, so
Mm.
I didn't meet my parents until I was 6 years old.
Yeah,
So my
okay.
grandparents raised us
Okay.
sa Lawag and sa San Nicolas,
Lawag,
yes.
okay.
So I was there.
So, amom ti agsarita ti Ilocano?
Pasit lang.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm also Ilocano, may dad and mom. So, yun, konti rin lang, di ba? So, at least nakakaintindi ka pa rin, di ba?
Yes,
And even
yes.
Tagalog, no?
Yes,
Kasi
I understand.
kami kasi we always talk to you in Tagalog, di ba? And parang hindi kami kumbaga, hindi kami nag-hesitate to talk to you in Tagalog kasi ikaw yung parang pag nakita ka, nakilala ka, parang very welcoming ka, ganon yung, di ba? Kasi sabi mo nga, etong ng Yamashiro, tinitreat mo na parang bahay mo talaga. Which nakikita nga namin, kasi eto, second time ko dito na nandito ka. Ang napansin ko, kahit sino kinakausap mo, ini-entertain mo, 'di ba? Parang lalo tuloy na na at home sila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most executive chefs, they stay in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But for me, I like to entertain.
Yeah.
And it's that home feeling, and to be able to get to know everybody. I want it to be inviting, not this, they know of me, but they don't know that I come out. I greet everybody. So when you come to the restaurant, you're always going to see me walking around, talking to people, making sure that they have a good time. So I want them to know that I'm here for them as well.
Yeah, and syempre bago natin pag-usapan, Chef, about Yamashiro, we'll talk about yung buhay mo. Syempre, paano ka nag-start dito sa Amerika, paano ka naging chef, kasi alam ko, pati sa pastry, mga dessert, di ba?
Yes,
may mga ganun ka. So we'll talk about that.
So,
Chef, paano ka nag-start dito sa Amerika? Sabi mo kasi 6 years old ka, nung mag-migrate ka dito, nang kunin ka na ng parents mo talaga from your lolo,
yes.
diba? So, paano yung naging buhay mo dito, Chef? Let's start from yung pagdating mo dito when you were 6 years old.
So, I didn't really talk much about my childhood because my grandparents raised us, and they were so much part of my life that I owe everything to them. So every time everyone asks me about my grandparents, they're very difficult, but when I was 6, that's the first time I ever met my dad. He came to Manila to pick us up, and all I remember was being, taken away from my grandparents, and it was very difficult. And coming from not speaking English at all, all I spoke was Ilocano and Tagalog. Tapos then we get on the plane, and my whole world changed. That I didn't see my grandparents. And next thing you know, I'm going to school with all the Americans, and I don't remember how I got through school and how I learned how to speak English, because it was very difficult. But my dad was in the Air Force, so we were able to travel all over the U.S., and we were stationed everywhere. And then by the time I was 11, we went back to the Philippines, and we got stationed back to Clark Air Base, Philippines. Yes.
Okay. So, na-meet mo na ulit ang lolo mo doon?
My
grandparents.
My grandparents actually came to the U.S. 3 years after we got there. So by the time I was 9 years old, my grandparents was already there.
Okay. Yeah. So, na-reunite ka naman pala sa kanila.
Yeah.
So, when you were 11, so na-station sa Clark ang dad mo, how long?
We were there until I was 13. So, when we were...
What year is this?
This was, I believe, it was 1970... no, 1980, we went back to Clark Air Base, And then by the time I was 13, we went back to the U.S. for a year, and then we went back to Clark Air Base, and I was there until I was 18 years old. So I was able to experience all the food and the culture in the Philippines.
That's why, pag may mga special guest ka dito, mga like us, Filipinos, pag
Yes.
in-invite mo ka dito, nagluluto ka. The first time we were here, ang niluto mo was yung dinuguan, which
Yes.
I really like. It's
Yes.
like dinuguan of Ilocanos, no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yung medyo may pagka-dry.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
oo.
My grandparents, they were the best cook. And I remember every time, I cook Filipino food or, I smell Filipino food, it reminds me of my childhood. And that's why I enjoy doing it. And my kids love it. And, when you grow up in the United States, you tend to forget how to cook Ilocano food or whatever food that you cook back at home. Pero ako, I just want to relive my childhood and have my kids remember it and my kids taste what we cook. And so I try to do it every day and cook for them.
Okay, so ano po yung mga favorite yung Filipino food?
It's the Ilocano igado.
Igado,
That's
okay.
my kids'
Sarap.
favorite.
Yeah, okay.
My kids love dinuguan,
Yeah.
and then they love the Ilocano longganisa and pinakbet, the
Pinakbet.
Ilocano pinakbet.
What
yes.
about puki-puki? Yeah.
No, I don't know if they ever tried that.
Okay.
But they do like your traditional halo halo,
Yeah.
tupig and all of that. They love all that food.
Tupig, yung no?
I think it's a banana,
yeah,
a banana leaf or a coconut leaf,
Yeah,
I believe. Yes, yes,
So gumagawa kayo nun
yes.
for them. Tuloy ang kwentuhan natin kay Chef Vallerie. Ito po, mga katropa na nagbabakil ako na na-excite ako sa interview sa kanya. Pero ito, narito po ang ilang paalala para sa inyong mga katropa.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
America nung 18 ka na from Clark.
Yes.
So how's life here nung 18?
Well, when I came back, I did try going to nursing school because Filipinos, either you're a nurse,
Yeah.
you become a doctor, you become engineer, but I don't know. Part of me just it didn't fit. I went to nursing school. I even went to beauty school. I was a makeup artist for Christian Dior and Lancome, but I don't know. There was part of me that still loved to cook. So it took me a while to find what I really loved. So I got married and I have 3 kids and I decided to be a stay-at-home mom with the kids.
American husband?
He is Middle Eastern. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's and his culture is all about family. And, so I was able to stay home and he basically, worked and I took care of the kids to make sure that I was there for them.
Yeah. Pero paano yung kasi gumagawa kayo ng mga pastry, mga dessert, di ba? Nag-aral kayo talaga nun?
Yes, I did go to school, and how I went about doing pastries is, in America, there, girls deal with a lot of bullying. My daughter was bullied, and girls would pick on her, and to a point where she almost, she tried to commit suicide 3 times because.
My gosh.
Yes, they were telling her, pangit siya, mataba siya, and they were very mean to her. And as a child, as a mom, you tell your kids, don't worry, it's not, they're not nice, or you're gonna try to make it better for them. So it was difficult, and what made my daughter happy at times was when I used to buy her macarons from the grocery store. And those are they're very expensive. One cookie is like $4 or $5. So
macarons, ito yung
yes,
yung
yes,
the French,
they're
the
like
French
this,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes may isang piraso may $5.
I know,
Depende kung saan.
so it was difficult. Oh, sorry.
Okay. So yun, expensive yung mga macarons na yun. Sometimes may mga $5 pa. Ako, nagkikrave ako nun eh. So I buy yung meron store sa Beverly, sa mahal.
You end up spending $30 for sometimes 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I figured I would go and try to make it at home.
Mm-mm.
So I watched a whole bunch of YouTube, and they're very difficult to make.
Mhm.
So while the kids went to school during the day, I would go to school at night. And I went to culinary school for about 2 years
Mhm.
and got my certification. And the baking and making my daughter treats kind of helped her not get over bullying, but cope with bullying. And I
Yeah.
was able to get close to her. And then I decided, maybe, I would pursue it as a career. But my goal was always to be a mom, to make sure that, I was there for them. And I waited for a while until I pursued my career as, in the culinary world.
Yeah. And I heard, chef, na people will order from you ng mga pastries, mga ganon.
Mhm,
Paano
yes.
nagsimula naman yon?
You know, um, whenever here in school, my kids went to private school and they would have parties, and I would always be the mom that I would offer help. I'd volunteer. I'd say, no, I'll make the desserts, and it turned out that a lot of these moms and the teachers loved what I did. So
So,
they start ordering, and I would be making them desserts. And I don't know, it just so happened that everybody loved what I made, and it became a business. Pero,
yeah. So, syempre, pag natikman nung isa,
Yeah.
saan mo in-order to? Where did
Yeah.
you bought this? Then, lumaki na lumaki.
Yeah, so it grew, and to the point where here in California you're able to conduct business at home.
Yeah.
So I turned my house into a business, and it grew so fast that I had to put a stop on it because I couldn't meet the demand. So it was very difficult because my kids would still go to school, and I wanted to make sure I was there for them. So I had to slow down and stop for a while until I went back completely to go further in my career.
Okay. So nakita ko nga the first time I was here na kayo na yung chef, talaga yung may pinupukpok pa, di ba, yung chocolate. So,
Yes.
ang daming laman sa loob na candies.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
smash cake. And what happened was Lisa Liu, who does a lot of the daytime Emmys here in California, she had asked me to do it for her, and I made 200 for her. And then that also advanced my career, and everybody kept asking for that. So that's something that we do here. They're called smash cakes. It's a hollow chocolate with candy inside.
So nice, ang sarap.
Yes,
kinain namin.
it's fun. It's a piñata.
Yeah. I get what you
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, di ba? Kasi pupukpukin mo, di
Yeah.
ba? Tapos ang daming laman
Yes,
sa
yes,
loob.
yes.
Yeah.
And then you can put whatever you can put. People have gotten engaged, and if they put rings in there, they can put whatever they want inside.
Okay. So nice, di ba? Pati sa pag-engagement,
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
Siyempre, masusurprise yung girl, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo nga. Pero, chef, okay, dinala nyo rin dito yan sa
Yes,
Yamashiro.
yes, yes.
So nice, no? Okay. Pero yon, pag-usapan naman natin, paano kayo naging executive chef dito? Siyempre, ang mundo rin ng ganyan, yung mga, lalo na Yamashiro is a very huge restaurant na talagang sikat, di ba? Siyempre, agawan din yan. Ang hirap pumasok, di ba? Oo. Pero, yun, paano po kayo naging executive chef dito?
You know what? When I came to Yamashiro, I had no expectation of, becoming an executive chef. My goal was just to, be the executive pastry chef, finish desserts, go home, and, not have the whole responsibility of the restaurant. But I don't know. It just so happened that no one knew that I went to culinary school. So while I was on a break, I'd make, food here, sample some stuff for the owners, and I finally said, hey, if you need a chef, I'll be more than happy to do it. But it's our industry in the culinary world is mainly dominated by men. So you rarely see any female executive chef. We're either the sous chef or the pastry chef, but never someone to run the restaurant,
Yeah.
So by the time I was 6 months into my career here at Yamashiro, they had asked me if I wanted to be an executive sous chef.
Yeah. When was this?
This was 6 months, around March before the pandemic, before the closure.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, that was just last year, 2020.
2020, yes.
Yeah.
So it was, I was shocked because I figured, there were other chefs here before me that's been here 15 to 20 years, and they weren't, they were past that position, and I was the last chef that was hired here. So I took it as as a compliment and being the executive sous chef here. And then 2 weeks after that, you know, we faced COVID and we closed, you know. So I figured, you know, 6 months into my career, you know, we're going to get closed. They're going to let me go because, you know, we can't sustain the business. But to my surprise, they let everyone go except for me. So I was asked on to take over the restaurant while we were closed. So it was challenging. I was afraid. I didn't know if I could keep the restaurant opening. But I managed to run the restaurant with one manager with me, and we ran it until we reopened in June of 2020.
Nice. And lalong dumami ang kliyente, ang mga customers, no? Even Hollywood stars, a
Yes.
lot of celebrities nagbi-visit dito, di ba?
Yes, yeah.
And kanina nga, I met Kevin of Bling Empire.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, when we closed, you know, when we had the announcement that we're supposed to close, the owners didn't want to close the restaurant completely. You know, they wanted to make sure it was open, whether we had business or not. We just wanted to make sure that everyone know that Yamashiro is not going to close.
Yeah.
So when we reopened again, you know, everyone started coming out. And the fact that, you know, we're still here and we've been here for over 100 years, we want to make sure that we keep our door open.
And binago, no, yung harap.
Yes,
Oo,
yeah.
nagkaroon ng outdoor talaga.
Yes,
Oo,
yeah.
di
Because,
ba?
you know, the restaurants here, it's all indoors. So
Yeah.
what we did was, you know, pinagawa namin yung driveway
Yeah.
for the cars. We left it into, you know, we had each section. So we added 500 more seating area outside. So, and it's nice, you know, you're able to see the wonderful views in Hollywood.
Yes, that's true. Oo, yeah. Siyempre, congrats, Chef, for
Thank you.
talaga namang parang lalo pang sumikat ang Yamashiro. Parang lahat na nakakausap ko, they wanna go here and try yung mga bagong introduce yung mga
Yeah.
dishes, no, and desserts. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, what I love about my job is the owners here, they allow me to create any kind of food, introduce Filipino food. And I do have friends that will call me and say, can you make this dish for me? And like I said, it's like a home, you know? So I invite everyone, welcome everyone to come in and enjoy the quality time here.
Chef, okay. Yeah, napapasarap po ang ating chikahan. Pero bago po tayo mag-commercial break, time check po muna tayo. Time check now po. Siyempre sa Pilipinas, it's 2:22 p.m. This time check is brought to you by TNT. Nasasaya yan!
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Yaan, sabi nga, nasasaya yan. Alam kong nasasayahan po kayo sa ating show, kaya nagbabalik po ang Anything Goes. Eto po, panoorin niyo pa ang continuation ng ating chikahan. Chef, you mentioned na may mga Filipino dishes can introduce. Is it in the menu, or if we want that before coming here, should we do an advance order?
Well, you know what? I usually cook, chicken adobo here every day,
Okay.
pancit, or or mostly my guests or my friends would message me the day before, and I'm able to do that. And there are times where I can do it on the spot. So
Really?
yes,
So anyone na pumunta dito and craving for, like me, I always like, I want to eat pancit.
yes,
I can just come here?
Yes, we have it. You let me know that when you're coming, we always have the ingredients here, and that's what I want. So that way, people that want, Filipinos that want food, it's there are Filipino restaurants here, but if you want to come to Yamashiro, and this is like a dish that I love to make.
And nakaka-proud chef na siyempre, ang Yamashiro nga, kilalang kilala na Japanese sushi restaurant. Tapos may mga Filipino dishes. And
Yes.
pumayag yung may-ari, ibig sabihin talagang magandang nagawa mo for the restaurant.
You know what it is? It's they believe in me and they took a chance on me, and for me to, it's more the creativity that they allow me to take, and the creativity that they allow me to accept, and they accept me and who I am and what I do, and they've never said no. So if I tell them, I have Filipino friends coming, I want to make this, and all they say is like, go ahead. If that makes them happy, it's fine. What Yamashiro is about is making sure that every guest that come here have the best experience.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kailangan mabusog,
Yeah.
di ba? And enjoy. Pero yun nga, chef, like me, it makes me more prouder na Pilipino ko. Dahil sa isang chef na katulad mo, executive chef ng Yamashiro, na nagawa to,
Yes,
na,
I know.
na-introduce ang Filipino dishes dito sa Yamashiro, di ba?
You know what's funny is that you go to any place in the U.S., you hear Chinese food, Japanese food, but never Filipino food. And now that I'm here, I'm taking that necessary step to introduce Filipino food to everyone, every culture. Let them know that we have great food, and we have these amazing chefs. And I also hired, 6 Filipino chefs in the back. So we're always cooking back there. And
So, hindi lang mga Pilipino nagpupunta dito ang umu-order na ng Filipino dishes mo.
Yes. Yeah. So we have like Anderson Paak, he comes here and he asked if I can make him adobo.
Okay.
So we have other celebrities that tried, our pancit. So it was on the menu for a while. We called it rice noodles, but the Filipinos that come here, they know that it's pancit. And then we've had lumpia here too that we make. Yes, yeah.
What kind of lumpia?
The pork, the Shanghai lumpia. We make that, yeah. And then we also made the vegetable one, the raw lumpia. We have that too. Yeah. And then we also make halo during the summer. Yeah.
Ang bongga.
Yeah.
So yeah, halo-halo now kasi it's summer na.
Yes, it's coming up. We're doing a lot of that, and we also make ube cake. So it's embracing my culture and introducing it to everyone, and it's for me, this is fun.
Chef, anong mapapayo mo? What's your advice sa ibang mga chef here in the States na they're afraid na magpakitang gila sa Filipino dishes nila? Kasi pero ikaw, kakaiba. Na-introduce mo nga yung Filipino dishes mo dito.
You know what it is? I was afraid at first, but if you're afraid, you're never gonna take that chance to show people what you have. If I did not step forward and take that chance to say, hey, this is what I can do, then you're always gonna be in the background. And I didn't want that. At my age, I'm 51 now, and I'm having the best time in my life, in my career, and I'm able to give everything that I have. I mean, whether not everyone's gonna like your dish, but you know what? As long as you're making, you're having fun, just don't be afraid. Just go for it. I mean, if I didn't, I don't think I would be where I am today.
Yes. And syempre, nakaka-proud Nakakabilib na ang executive chef nga netong Yamashiro is a Filipina, and that's you, Chef Vallerie Castillo Archer. Yeah. Pero syempre, marami rin nanonood sa atin around the world ng mga Pilipinos, even back in the Philippines. So, what's your message sa mga kapwa mo Pilipinos?
You know, the one thing that I always, I can tell my kids is that don't be afraid to embrace who you are. That is what makes you you and beautiful. And, someone told me the other day that they don't think I was Filipino enough. And I was upset. I mean, being Filipino is in me. It's in my blood. And there's no reason for me to express it or yell at the top of my lungs. I was raised by great parents, great grandparents. And, and I'm proud to tell everyone who I am. And the only thing I can say is embrace who you are and don't be embarrassed, because we are as equal as everyone else here.
Siyempre, Chef Vallerie, kami sa Abante News Online, we're so proud of you, and thank you very much for this interview. You're so busy, may mga celebrity rin nandiyan, pero talagang pinagbigyan mo kami. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Let's go have dessert.
Yes. Chef, ayan po mga kaibigan, nakilala natin ang first executive chef na Pilipino po, na siya rin the first lady po, babaeng chef ng Yamashiro Hollywood. Siyempre pa si Chef Castillo, Vallerie Castillo Archer. Yan, isang Ilocana po, di ba? At na-introduce po sa Yamashiro Hollywood pati mga Filipino dishes, di ba? Na-order hindi lang po mga Pinoy, di ba? Pati Hollywood stars, di ba? Pati po si Kevin Crater ng Netflix original series po, reality series na Bling Empire ay nakita namin doon. So Wednesday po, abangan nyo ang pakikipag-checkan po namin kay Kevin Crater. Pinagbigyan niya po tayo. Gusto rin po niya magkaroon ng Filipina girlfriend, di ba? So yan, abangan nyo, lalo ng mga girls, di ba? Abangan nyo yan sa Wednesday. Pero syempre, eto nandito po muna ang ilang paalala para sa ating mga katropa.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Yan po, nasasaya yan. Napapasaya po kami. Alam nyo, ngayon naman po ay isasama ko kayo sa birthday celebration sa isang Filipino restaurant bar sa downtown Los Angeles. Yan, DTLA ang tawag dyan. Ng sexy star o sexy actor of the 80s. Walang iba kundi si Edgar Mande. Yan, 61st birthday niya po to na pinuntahan namin. Kung saan po ay nandun din ang kanyang special na guest na si BB Gandanghari. Di ba? Ito po, panoorin nyo.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double saya! Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya! Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
We're here at the Noy Bar and Grill dito sa downtown LA. Dito to sa Alameda Street. Yan. So it's a birthday of Edgar Mande. Yan, batang bata. 60 plus pero mukha pa rin bata. Yan. So, itong mga nandito is fully vaccinated. Like, I'm fully vaccinated. So, yung mga iba sa kanila, they're not using mask. Pero may mga katulad ko, and katulad ng asawa ni Doc, ito kaibigan namin, kahit yun, nag-ano pa rin siya talaga, nag-face mask. So, may mga iba na hindi na nag-face mask. Pero, yun, I think it's better and it's safer na may mask pa rin. Hi guys, I'm here at the birthday party of Edgar Mande with some friends. So yan, dahil kakain kami, nagtanggal muna ako ng mask. I'm with my friend, this is Syla. Remember, nung nag-meet kami nila, ano kasama ko? So ito, yan, may mga kasama ko. Balik mo nga, Benchi, mentor na ko. Ang pinapakilala sa akin, yan, o. Na-expect nila pakilala ko sila kagad, mga katisado.
Live ka ba?
BB, pati yung pala si Edgar ng happy birthday. Happy birthday, Edgar. Thank you. Malakas ako dito. Ito, walang pinupuntahan ito. Actually, nakasama ko si BB sa Indonesia. Bali tayo. 97. Baka pala patay na si Gusto. Hindi si Gusto yun. Wala na yun. Kaya ka man. Pero, siya talaga. Kapamili si Mami Eva lahat. Makakotay ko yun. So yan. So ayan, si BB, pinagkakaguluhan siya. The birthday boy, Edgar Mande, and some friends. You're leaving na? You're leaving na? So ayan, ang saya-saya sa birthday party ni Edgar. Vaccinated na mga tao dito, allowed na hindi face mask. Pero ako naka-face mask ako. May ibang mga nagpe-face mask pa rin. Yan, fully vaccinated na yung mga dito. Birthday din ni Bill. Yan, si Bill kaibigan ni Edgar. Alam mo yan. Ito na mga cakes ni Sandali, may cake din pala ako. Akin pala to. Thank you, Billy. Kukunin ko na. Sige, iipang ko. Hindi, Ipan ko yung, ipan ko na.
Mag-control mo, pipicture tayo. Okay, ito isa. Good. Good. Baba ka muna. Wait.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Yan. Thank you. Yan. Natouch ako. Kasama rin pala ako sa may mga birthday. Dito ko nalagay yan. Huwag mawala. Talaga favorite ko to pang Porto. May mga may birthday pa. Nakisali pala ako birthday ko na yan. Nakisali ako, tinagyan ko muna yung mask ko. Pero fully vaccinated din ako. Dahil may pa-birthday rin sila sa akin. Nag-blow din ako ng cake. Oh my God. May ice cream. Kahit fully vaccinated ako, gusto ko naka-face. So yan, magpablow na ng candles si Edgar. Anong birthday niyo?
Ako, si Mona, anak ko, yung magkakama. Walang magkaroon ng COVID sana.
Fully vaccinated na tayo.
Oo,
Kasi ako, nag-face mask. Pero kaya hindi naka-face mask yung mga tao dito. Fully vaccinated.
Kasi, ano na eh, wala nang social distancing, ano no. Pagka, ano na, naka-price.
Happy birthday!
Thank you!
So yan, bukas ng ilaw. Kasi 12 midnight na. Hanggang 12 midnight lang pwede. So, we have to leave now. Edgar, are you happy?
Oo, masayang.
61 ba? 62?
Suman!
61, di ba? Ayun. Wow, 61 talaga siya. Sabi mo 62.
1960 ako.
Kaya, sabi ko kasi kanina 61, sabi niya 62.
Ako rin naman.
Oh, ito, tama po, di ba?
Pinamadali mo ng pagka-senior citizen.
Oh.
Ano ba, 4 years ka, brother, sister.
Hindi, last year lang kasi siya nag-60, nag-50 ako last year. Yan! Siyempre, ang saya-saya po dyan sa birthday celebration ni Edgar Mande sa Noy Pizza downtown Los Angeles, DTLA po. Yan. Alam nyo, kasama ko kanina si Edgar Mande. Nagpunta kami sa West Hollywood. Nagchikahan kami. Kinasal po kasi siya mga 2 weeks ago sa wife niya na ngayon na si Ramona Pavi. Pero yan, maraming salamat. Time check po muna tayo. Ang oras po, it's 2:43 p.m. po sa Pilipinas. Yan. Siyempre, ang time check na yan is brought to you by TNT. Nasasaya yan.
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya! Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Yaan, nasasaya yan talaga, di ba? Ang saya-saya po kasi katulad po ni Edgar Mande, talaga naman in-entertain tayo every time nandito po tayo sa abroad para po sa Anything Goes dito po sa Abante News Online. And syempre, ang saya-saya din kasi the First Lady Chef po, Executive Chef ng Yamashiro Hollywood ay talaga naman in-entertain po tayo sa Yamashiro Sushi Restaurant. Yamashiro Hollywood po kung saan nakachikan din natin si Kevin Crader ng Netflix original series, reality TV series na Bling Empire na magkakaroon po ng season 2. Siyempre sa Wednesday, abangan nyo yan dito, yung chikahan namin. Maikli lang pero gusto niya ng Pilipina girlfriend. Yan po si Kevin Crader. Yan po. Siyempre, maraming salamat. Dito po nagtatapos ang episode ngayong Monday ng ating Anything Goes dito po sa Abante News Online. Nandito pa rin po ako sa Beverly Hills, California. Marami pa rin po ako mga chikang ihahandog sa inyo. May mga Filipino celebrities pa rin tayong mga makakachikahan. Pero eto bago po natin tapusin to, syempre maraming salamat sa ating technical people, Sir Edil Guanzon and Jason Binyas. Syempre, thank you din kay Alec, Jason. Syempre, siya nagko-coordinate ng lahat ng ating mga time check, di ba? And speaking of time check, syempre, eto magta-time check po tayo. It's 11:46 PM po ng Sunday dito po sa Los Angeles, California. Pero sa Pilipinas, it's 2:46 PM ng Monday. This time check is brought to you by TNT. Nasasaya yan!
Double ang feels. Double ang kilig. Double ang saya. Dahil double ng data with TNT Double Giga Video. May 14 gig for YouTube and other video apps for 7 days. Plus 2 gig for all sites and apps. Achieve mo ang kilig saya. Choose Double Giga 99 on the Giga Life app. Also available on *123#.
Nasasaya yan.
Yan, di ba? Parang sumasaya ako sa commercial na yan ng TNT. Nasasaya yan! Di ba? Ang bongga. Pero sa ating mga katropa, dahil #123 hashtag to get double giga video. Available din po yan sa Giga Live app. Okay, syempre on Wednesday po mga kaibigan, magsama-sama ulit tayo dito po sa Anything Goes. Dito po syempre sa Abante News Online Facebook page. Yan. Sa Wednesday po, June 16, 2 p.m. Siyempre, ang hirap magpaalam sa ating mga katropa, pero siyempre, kailangan namin magpaalam kasi sasagap pa kami ng maraming mga chika at siyempre, marami pa kaming i-interviewin para marami kaming mahihatid sa inyo dito pa rin sa Anything Goes. Bye!
Travel, food, at chikahan all in one sa Anything Goes with Jun Lalin.